to another beautiful episode of Creative Curve, right here where we talk about everything art in Kenya. Like, we're just out here to make the theater experience in the industry greater than it already is. And as you can tell, I am smiling from ear to ear because we have one of the greatest CEOs in the industry. Huyu ni Madam Boss. Hebu tuambie wewe ni nani kwanza kabla nikusifu hadi washangae.
Hi everyone, my name is Claire Wahome and I am the CEO of Miller's Productions Kenya.
Your CEO icon capital, small letters. Anyways, Claire Wahome is here today and we are just from watching the greatest 2-decade show, which is Elements. And I want to hear her thoughts about it, about the industry in general. So Claire, how was Elements?
Oh wow, Elements was interesting. It was very different from what we're used to. Like we're used to plays having so many people, having a lot of set changes, having a lot of different people coming in and out of the stage. But this was a one-woman show. Like Helen commanded that show, that commanded that whole stage. So props to Helen. And also props to you guys as well for showcasing this about theater. I've never interacted with Creative Curve, but now I have. So guys, please continue listening to Creative Curve.
Welcome to Creative Curve. We are trying to tell you where the shows are at, what is happening in the industry, and we feel like the best way the people of Kenya can understand the theater industry and build the theater-going culture is by telling them about it on social media. I feel like we don't give ourselves enough social media time. Do you think
Very true. Very, very true. Because in Europe and also in Europe, especially the UK, like you can see ads of plays on train stations, on billboards, like every single place you'll see something about theaters, and guys line up. It's like you feel like the artists who are there are being appreciated more, and I think Kenya, we are starting to get there. I mean, today is a Wednesday and we are filling the auditorium. Exactly. So we are starting to now celebrate art and not only waiting for the weekends for us to come and watch a play. Like, we can make time because it's important. Art is important, and if we create time for that, then we'll definitely enjoy what art has to offer.
Yeah. Amazing. Now, as a person who enjoys what art has to offer, as an artist yourself, I would like to ask you, having watched Helen Kelly, who is a veteran in the industry, if I must say, 2 decades later, I feel like she has come back, and as youngins, we have borrowed something. Is there something you have borrowed from Helen Kelly today in Elements?
I think her comfortability on stage. Like, she was very comfortable with the silence, with the in and out. You know, it's a one-woman show. Like, you don't expect anyone else to come in. You're the one who's dictating the pace of the play. You're the one who's owning the whole production. And she was very comfortable in her elements. Yeah.
Did you see what she did there?
She was very comfortable in her element to actually portray herself as Dana. And I think that's what we lack as young people. We are always, let us not have silence. Let's put a soundtrack there. Let's put some music. Let's have people coming in and out. But she just owned it and made it very, very comfortable. So props to you, Helen, once more. And yeah, whether it was 20 years ago, it was still like you were as fresh as ever. So you've been an idol in the TV screens, you've been an idol in film. Now theater is also a space that I think you can dominate as well. Yeah.
My name is Faith Kibathi. I am an actor and a content creator. People also know me as Nakuru Babe, or most popularly Pediwa Smiles, because I smile a lot.
Na naziuza, umana na tunanunua. We are buying. Anyway, so guys, Faith is a veteran msanii mnoma. Kau jaiona show udem kuna kasoro. Anyway, mama, you've watched Elements. I want you to tell me your take on the show in general, from the set to seeing Helen Kelly on stage after 2 decades. Yes. What do you think?
Actually, I was part of the team that brought to Elements. It was nice to be brought on board to the work of John Sibiokumu. And Wakio is my friend. She was the director and also the founder of BTM. And I was just excited because with Helen, we have worked together on screen. So for the first time, I have seen her. I've worked with her behind the scenes, of course, but I've worked with her now as a thespian, like on stage. And it's good to see that difference, that range as well. And it takes a lot of guts to do a one-woman show because you are alone. You have yourself, you give yourself the energy, everything, but it was nice to see the range she has as an actor, and it was beautiful seeing everything come together, how they built up the scenes, how they built up the emotions, using lights, using backdrop, nini. Amazing.
It's actually beautiful to know that you were in the cooking of the great meal we were just served. So someone just said here 5 minutes ago, which is Claire. Claire told us that art is a career like any other, and it takes a lot of time for it to be cooked as edible as it was today. What would you tell a person who doesn't know anything about theater, that thinks art in itself is not a career enough?
Right. So it's a career on its own because one, you have to put in the work, you have to do training, you have to go for workshops, you have to network with people so that you know what is happening in your industry, so that you can meet your future directors, your future co-stars, your future producers. How will they know about you? Also, this is the best way to meet casting directors who will probably see you and think of a role for you. So it's a career like any other. Literally, you have to put in, like for example, for this show Elements, they've rehearsed for over a month. That's just rehearsal. And the show is being done 2 days. 2 days. Skumbeli imeisha hivyo. Just like that. So it's a career like any other. You can find ways to make money out of it. Yeah.
Now that you are in the cooking, can you tell us a fun fact? Like 3 fun facts about the show that the audience did not know or expect.
That's a lot. 3.
You don't want to give us 3, 1 then.
One fun fact. Where?
Nimemfanyia ile kitu.
Ni mingi. Nashindwa niseme gani.
The most interesting.
Okay. Most interesting. I think for me would be, for once I was properly behind the scenes. I was literally in the crew doing the hands-on things. You know, as an actor, you don't know what's happening in Konyuma. People are busy putting out fires and everything. You're just showing up, your wardrobe is ready and everything. But now, now you're behind the scenes, and it's nice to see how things go, and eventually, at the end of it, the results do not show how much you really struggled. So that was the highlight for me.
Huyu mtu mnoma anaitwa Buddy the Baddest.
Hello. How are you guys? It is Buddy, but just to correct the spelling, in case you're thinking, ni hii Buddy yenye imetokea juzi, yangu ni ile ya friend. UDDY, yes.
Yake ni ya mabeshte, si
Yes.
mabitioni ya makucharefu. That's what he's saying. Anyway, this is Creative Curve. We are taking time to introduce theater performances to social media audiences, and we are also taking time to introduce the Kenyan audience to spaces where they can watch Kenyan content, because they keep saying they don't know where to, so that's what we're doing here. And I want to take time to talk to you about that. So please, Buddy, what do you think as a theater industry? What is it that is creating the gap between us and the kind of audience we wish to have?
I think first and foremost, there is a mentality towards theater. I don't know, I stand to be corrected, but there is a notion behind it, being that the first interaction that people have had with theater, something close to theater in this country, is usually our beloved drama festivals from schools. And not a lot of us had that much love or that much passion for that kind of thing. I remember being in drama, and it was not that encouraged, to say the least. And sometimes people think, now those of them who are completely green and have never watched any theater performances outside here, have the notion that ni hizo madrama bado wanakuja kuwatch. So I think that's one of the challenges we have encountered. But also, someone once said that theatre practitioners have become men who are blinking to their crushes in the dark. So sometimes we don't have enough marketing and there's not enough word out there about the greatness that happens in these auditoriums. So I think we still have a bit more work to do in pitching that, yes.
Do you think the theatre industry players, like producers and different productions, have hacked the bridge between how to commercialize theatre and how to take it from the local space where it is right now?
I think they're doing a very good job. I won't speak for them a lot. I mean, I'm not a producer yet. But I think a good job is being done, especially with festivals and stuff like that now happening. Theatre Festival, the Kenya International Theatre Festival. Producers are upping their game for sure, and we're having more recognition. I mean, the ministry nowadays is involved with Kenya Theatre Awards and all that. So we are really trying to commercialize this business for sure. I think we still have a way to go for sure, though.
We believe in positive criticism. So I want to take from you one thing you think theatre artists do that is completely unprofessional that they should stop.
One thing they do that is completely unprofessional.
That they should stop.
I should perhaps start with myself. Yeah, charity begins at home. Let me call myself out I think I have acted wrong by my craft before. We are passionate people, and this comes as something we love. So sometimes we don't treat it as much, or we don't think of it as a job as much. I think we do, but then just naturally, our body energies are just because it's something we do. Also, we have fun doing. So attaching the seriousness to it sometimes is a bit nini. So my particular weakness has been punctuality throughout my career. Anyone who's worked with me will tell you. We live to be better though. We live to be better for sure.
But he's taking time to apologize on a YouTube platform for ever being late on a set. Yeah. I hope you guys forgive him.
Not on a set yet.
Yes.
I just ventured into screen.
He's never been late on a set. Just theatre performances.
Not theatre performances, but a few rehearsals here and there. That is a bad behavior from way back.
He's narrowing the window the further we go.
Yeah, I'm an experienced actor now.
But anyway, that is true. Sometimes we are terrible with time as performances, as performers and as theatre practitioners, which is something most producers complain about. And thank you so much for your time, Paddy. This has been Creative
Also,
Cup.
just to add, this is not an excuse, but also one of the other things that changias, nimekosa English word there, to that is because the benefits also we get from this thing. And how it treats us now in terms of our financial stability and all that also is not completely sustainable. So we are having to juggle it with other jobs, juggle jobs from the theatre industry together, a lot of them. And that is part of what ruined my reputation starting off, because I was just trying to do everything because doing one thing is a bit unsustainable, but now I know better.
Thank you so much. This has been Creative Cow, and this
You
is...
are doing a brilliant job.